Hey, it's Sandra from asexualise.com and author of Asexual Perspectives out on Amazon. So, some of the dangers of heterosexual dating. Well, last night I went out on a heterosexual date / friendship date. I knew from the way the guy chatted me up that to him it would be a sexual date, and to me it's just a friendship date because I told him I'm asexual and I could only be a friend to him. Well, the night progressed. It went well. We went out to a pub, my choice. He wanted some food and drinks as being a really nice guy. And then we went down to a quayside, which is not far from where I live. Again, I know the area really, really well. We went slightly more off the beaten track, although there was some people still around. And then he took me to this stone where you can sit down. He sat next to me and then asked me about if I'd like to kiss him. This guy's in his 30s, right? He said he was 42 and then in the pub said he was born in 1978, which makes him 39 in September. So anyway, I've never kissed a guy who's that old before, apart from my ex, which was 30, I've kissed a guy who was 31, but never that old, 38. And my ex looked about 10 years younger. I really want a younger guy. I couldn't, when he asked me, it was a good test in terms of could I actually do it. But one, he's a sexual guy, not an asexual guy. And two, I just couldn't do it. I'm not into men, if you know what I'm like. I'm not into a grown man in that way. I'm into young guy next door look, a boy next door look, someone I can really care about as my bestest friend and wants all the cuddling and kissing and teenage style relationship, not the manly sexual guy. And so, he revealed to me that he was having sex 8 to 10 times a day in the past. And this is what I mean by I attract the highly sexual guys. I mean, you couldn't get really more sexual than that, could you? I kept telling him about asexuality and everything. Anyway, there's one point when we were near this stone and he grabbed hold of me. I didn't like it. I felt it was too strong. He's a bit mussy, but so am I, thank God. And I thought it was too strong, and that was it. I just said, I want to go, And he said after, he made this silly comment about, oh, what do you want me to do, commit suicide? And, that's really childish, and it's not a good way to be. So I just gave him the silent treatment. I was walking off for a long, long time, not speaking to him. And he was trying to hold my hand and stuff, and I just said, I said, you're up, he said, what's going on? You're silent, because usually I'm not. I said, yeah, I'm upset, you grabbed hold of me, because it's not like there's any bruises or anything, which is not really the point. But he said he was sorry, and we carried on talking for a while, and then I met up with him a bit later and carried on talking. But I was really upset at the time, and my instinct said, this is not right, it's really bad, I hate it. I was going to walk home, I wasn't even going to carry on speaking to him, but then he started to talk to me like a friend and was better to me, so I carried on, I'm a kind person. And then I go in the shower, hence why my hair is wet through, and then I look and find this, This, alright, it may not be a very big bruise or mark, but look, this, it's hard to see on camera, but this is where he grabbed hold of me. This shouldn't happen. It certainly shouldn't happen on a first date or anything, I do bruise easily. I'm going to say that I do bruise easily, but this, this is where he basically grabbed, you know what I mean? That way. It was that way, actually. So that's where he had his hand around me. So, and I don't like it. Look at it. Now I feel really upset. And I'm like, thank God I had a lucky escape. This guy he lives very close to me. And so I thought maybe we could be friends or something, but he's just so sexual, and he was trying to kiss me. Well, he didn't try and force a kiss on me, which is good. He asked me about the kiss, but trying to grab hold of me like that, it's not nice. And now I just feel really upset about it because I didn't realise he'd done that. The night ended with him saying, I understand if you don't want to see me again. He was so hard work as well. So hard work to get the guy not to think about me in a sexual way, to get him to realise that holding my hand to me is something a boyfriend would do. He's like, well, I'll be your boyfriend. I'm like, he wanted me to be his girlfriend because he knows I'm an intelligent woman, I'm a good girl, I'm quite innocent. I know I'm innocent, but I'm not innocent enough to know what he's doing, if you know what I mean. And I am a really good person. One day a guy's going to deserve my heart, my love, my care and attention. He's going to deserve all that about me, but this isn't the guy. And now I feel really upset and kind of like, well, you did bruise me. It's really not nice, And I put this top on because I wanted to show this. It's really hard to show it, but obviously when I got just the towel around me, when I came out of the shower and saw this, and I saw this in the shower actually, and it's all red and stuff. I don't know if you can see that. It's just not nice. It's really not nice, and I'm just like really upset about it now, you know? I don't date sexual guys. As you know, as a rule, I've got a rule in my book. It's like I'm adamant I don't date sexual guys anymore, and this is why. Because they don't get it, you know? He even admitted to me he thought that it wasn't real, that it didn't exist. Now, I don't know if I've told you, but I've applied to be a TEDx speaker, yeah? And they've got my picture, they've got everything on the table. They're still deciding it. If I get through, it'll be about asexuality. And this is really why I want to get asexuality known as a sexual orientation throughout the globe. So stuff like this can stop happening, you know? Sexual people can start understanding about asexuality and the different mindset that we have and what we do and do not want. And when a woman or a guy or trans or anyone says they don't want sex, they're asexual, they blooming well mean it. It's not if I'm as attractive enough to you. It's not about that, you know? I don't like a guy who's forceful. I don't like a guy who's grabbing me. I don't want a manly man with loads of muscles. I want a guy who's soft, gentle, kind, caring, who writes poetry, who's a boy next door type. In his early 20s, it's great. I don't want a guy who's going, I want a guy who's gentle, kind, caring, and who really loves me for who I am. Not this type of macho guy who's I need sex type guy. It's horrible. I'm not saying he was completely horrible. There were some things that was okay about him. But, you know, he was even telling me stuff about myself. Like, he's got this really bad habit of saying, oh, you can't be like that. So, you know, with my food allergies. Oh, how do you know that? You just haven't tried it yet. And this was with food allergies when we first met in the supermarket, right? Well, and then he carried on doing this type of thing on a date. You know, I have fibromyalgia. I don't talk about it very much. It's a disability. I just forget about it, you know? But he said, oh, are you sure that's not in your mind? It's like, I've been diagnosed by a hospital in 2012. I've got it forever. Yeah? I've got it forever, and anyone who really knows what fibromyalgia is, it's a chronic pain condition that affects the nerves and muscles of the spine. You can end up on crutches or in a wheelchair because of it. I don't really want to talk about it. I use the power of my mind to block out a lot of the pain, but believe me, I have pain every single day, and I take no meds for it, you know, because I want to live my life to the max and not let my disability define who I am, and I will not let it define who I am. I don't want to be remembered for the girl who had the disability. I want to be remembered for the person who helped to raise awareness of asexuality throughout the globe so that no asexuals have to live in fear of ridicule ever again and can come out and can live in harmony alongside sexuals who understand them better, who understand what it means when they say they don't experience sexual attraction. If some asexuals don't want sex, I want asexual people to understand why and to understand when they say they want sex, they don't want sex. I don't want even my breast to be touched by a guy, you know? I don't mind an arm around my back. I don't mind a hug. I don't mind a cuddle, but not in my private places. This is my space, my private places, no one else's, you know? It's just ridiculous. Not every asexual's like me. Some people like nudity and touching and body and stuff. But I certainly don't like that on a first date, and I certainly don't want to date sexuals. So it's probably going to take me, 5, 10, 15 years maybe to find a decent asexual guy that actually does love me and want to spend time with me, you know? I don't want to live with any guy, you know? I like living on my own. I enjoy living on my own, but I'm really romantic and I would like that special someone in my life forever. Not just for Christmas, not just temporarily, not just to message a few times and forget about. Someone who's deadly serious, who wants to have a future together. You know, with respect and mean respect, you know? But I just wanted to come out and say this because as you can see, I'm very angry. I'm really upset about this, you know? Asexuals shouldn't have to put up with this type of thing. They really, really shouldn't. They shouldn't have to put up with any of this. You know, sorry for the train going by if you can hear that. I live near a train station. So I just want to, you know, reiterate how difficult it is to date sexuals and why I don't want to date a sexual ever again. Okay, until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. Please tell me any experiences you have. Feel free to share. Please share this video with all your friends because I really want people to understand the dangers that they can get into and that can be a problem with dating sexuals as opposed to asexuals. When I date asexuals, I feel completely comfortable around them. I don't have this problem. When I say date, I don't actually date. I spend time with them. I haven't actually gone on a date as in we want to be together in a relationship date. I've only done like a meet-up situation, okay? So it's not exactly the same. But you know what I'm saying. Whenever I go to just meet a person, an asexual person, they are so much better in terms of I don't have all this sexual energy that I just would rather not around me, you know? I keep covered up. I said to him the difference between asexual and sexual mindset is I was, you know, thinking all the time, oh, what can I wear that's not revealing, that's not going to make him come on to me, that's not going to give him the wrong impression. And he was, you know, and he was like, yeah, I thought you were, I said, because I try and keep covered up, whereas a woman who's out for sex would like, you know, try and wear as thin clothes as possible, you know, shove her boobs up, chuck loads of makeup on. You know, I said, and I don't want to give the wrong impression. He goes, oh yeah, I saw that there's nothing to see, basically, with you. So, yeah, exactly. You can tell what he was after. So anyway, yeah, give this video a thumbs up, please. Share it with all your friends. And just realise that some sexual... I'm not saying every heterosexual person's like this, okay? I have 2 sexual friends, guy friends, who are 100% trust around me. You know, 100% trust around me, you know. And there's other guys that I know would not do this that are sexual. But I'm just saying some of the dangers that can happen on heterosexuals, or even, you know, this could happen to a homosexual, you know, not just heterosexuals, but I'm just saying what could happen on sexual dates. So I hope you've got some value out of this video. I hope you've got some insight into what it's like and why I don't want to date a sexual person anymore and don't really want to give them a chance like that again. Until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.